This research focuses on the challenge of teaching English to children with autism spectrum disorder in Colombia. Even though inclusive education is supported by national policies, in reality many teachers are not trained to work with students with ASD, and most materials are not adapted to their needs. The main objective of our research is to identify the factors that affect the effectiveness of teaching English to children with ASD. Specifically, we explore the teaching strategies currently used, describe institutional and educational barriers, and analyze how these barriers impact language learning. Our research question is, what are the main factors affecting the teaching of English to children with ASD in Colombia? Through this study, we aim to propose practical and inclusive strategies to improve English learning for students with autism.
The main problem of our research is the lack of adaptation in English teaching for children with autism spectrum disorder, especially in Colombia primary schools. Although inclusive education is promoted by national policies, in practice, English cases are often not adapted to meet specific needs of students with ASD. In many cases, teachers do not receive specialized training to work with students with autism in foreign language classrooms. Because of this, traditional and rigid methodologies are frequently used. These methods do not consider the cognitive, sensory, and communicative characteristics of students with ASD. Additionally, there is a lack of structured environments, visual supports, and alternative communication strategies. As a result, students with ASD face learning barriers that affect their participation, progress, and overall inclusion in English classes. This research is important because it addresses a real and daily challenge in the classroom. From an educational and human perspective, students with ASD have the right to receive quality education with equal opportunities. When teaching methods are not adapted, this right is not fully warranted. Our study has theoretical, methodological, and practical relevance. Theoretically, it contributes to the intersection between inclusive education and English language teaching, a field that is underdeveloped in Colombia. Methodologically, it seeks to propose adaptive and practical strategies that teachers can apply in the real classrooms. Practically, it benefits both students and teachers by promoting fairer and more effective learning environments.
Our theoretical framework explains that learning English for a student with autism spectrum disorder depends on three main factors: cognitive characteristics, language acquisition theories, and inclusive education models. First, according to Fried and Happy, many students with autism spectrum disorder tend to focus on details and may have difficulties with flexibility and communication. This can affect how they understand instructions, narrative, and inclusive classroom interaction. Second, Krashen explains that students learn better through comprehensible input, meaning language they can understand without stress. For students with this condition, this input should be visual, structured, and predictable. Finally, the universal design for learning models suggests that teachers should use flexible, visual, and multisensory strategies to make learning accessible for all students. In conclusion, effective English teaching for students with autism spectrum disorder requires adapting methods to their cognitive needs and promoting inclusive practices.